Hey YouTube, thanks for stopping by my channel. This is a video of full face of Colourpop Cosmetics. I'm doing a voiceover because my daughter decided she wanted to be very loud and disturb my whole video, so I wouldn't be able to say directly what all the features, all the supplies that I used. So right now I am lining my brows with their precise brow liner. I think that's what it's called. But I'm lining my brows with their brow liner in the shade Black Brown. Okay, so as you can see, I'm kind of overlining my brow area only because my brows are very sparse, and if I just did my natural brow area, it would look very thin and splotchy. But this next product I'm using is their brow pomade in the shade, also in the shade Black Brown. Yeah, that's Ange next to me causing a lot of trouble and ruckus. So whenever you see me looking over, that's probably what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just filling in my brow area with the pomade. As you can see, I'm wearing contacts once again from Dracula Clothing. And this next is the No Filter Concealer, which is hands down one of the best concealers ever, especially for $6. And I'm using Dark 50 to just clean up my brows. I have two colors, Dark 50 and Dark 52. I use Dark 52 to use as my under eye concealer, and I use Dark 50 mostly to do brows, but sometimes I use Dark 50 to highlight as well, just only if I want like a extra bright highlight. Yeah, she put pillowcase over my head. She's such a silly girl. But the brush that I'm using is a flat eyeliner brush from the Nyx Cosmetics. I think it's Carnival or something like that set. The last time I checked, it was sold out. But they really do. Nyx Cosmetics has really awesome brushes, so I always try to get my brushes from there or e.l.f. And I'm just blending it with a sponge. Oddly enough, I believe that sponge is from Shop Miss A, which was only like $1 or $1.25, and I see a lot of people use the $20 beauty blenders, but I wouldn't sit on Shop Miss A's beauty sponges because they're pretty good for their price. And I don't know if anybody watches Tati, but she does a lot of videos on Shop Miss A. That was one of her recommended products for Shop Miss A. And I'm just finishing up my other brow. It's like almost like doing surgery, trying to line up the brow and all that. Blending it out, blending it out, blending it out. And I like to do an extra blend just in the front of the brows, just to give it, take off that harsh look. And this next product is the Nyx Cosmetics. I didn't get a primer from them, from Colourpop, but this product is Nyx Cosmetics Can't Stop, Won't Stop Primer, which I think is going to be like one of my favorite primers from now on. It's very thick in consistency, but when you put it on, it's really light and sticking, which I hear is good for foundations. And I do a lot of extra around my nose just to keep it from getting oily. And if you see me looking over the camera, also, that's because I have a big mirror in my room. So sometimes I just look in the mirror over my phone because, you know, I am very bad with checking the mirror for doing my makeup instead of just looking at my phone. What is this? So the next product is their no filter foundation, and I'm applying it with a damp beauty blender, which I've used brushes mainly before. I've never used it with a beauty blender, and I would have to say that it had a better blending using a beauty blender than it has with the brushes that I've used before. So I think I'd probably switch to using beauty blenders. Well, not beauty blenders because that's a brand name. Using sponges as a preferred choice for the no filter foundation. And this is in the shade, what is it, 170 I think it's called, or whatever, 70. And it is the equivalent of the Fenty shade 450, which is the shade that I usually use. And this is the dark 52 concealer I'm going to use for my under eye. And forehead and nose and chin or whatever, but you know. And I'm just using that same damp sponge to blend out the concealer, which blends very beautifully, I might add. Like, it's one of my favorite concealers, and I actually have to restock on both of them because I've used them so much. And a little bit really goes a long way with Colourpop's products, because I bought it in April, I think April or May, and I'm just now like getting close to running out, even though I didn't use it as much. But I don't know why I didn't get the darkest shade concealer for their contour, which is probably something that I'll get another time. But what I'm using now is Makeup Revolution's concealer in C18, like C18 or 18.5 or whatever it's called, just to contour my face. And I'm setting my concealer with the No Filter powder in the shade, I think it's medium dark, if I'm not mistaken. It gives very good coverage. Like for the price of Colourpop's products, it's drugstore price, but they really give you high end but they really give you high end quality. So I don't know, some people, if they don't know anything about Colourpop, but it's a very good brand. And I'm just using their bronzer, which it doesn't really show up that well on my face, but I mainly use it to blend out product. Like, there really isn't too many bronzers that I have found in a suitable shade for my complexion, aside from like CoverGirl Queen Collection. And this is the Super Shock blush. And I attempted to use just a brush at first, which I don't really understand like how to apply their Super Shock things yet, but I used my fingers to pop it on my cheeks and used the brush to blend it. And I also use the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter. For the cheek, it's Cheerio, and the highlighter, it's Candyman. And the powder is medium deep, not medium dark, but it's medium deep. Thanks for Ange for helping me find my products so I can check the names. And the setting spray that I used is the Amber setting spray. So right now I'm about to do eyes. I don't have a primer, an eye primer from Colourpop, but I used the City Color eye primer. I think it was like $1 from either Shop Miss A or iKate House. I'm gonna do a video in the future on a full face of iKate House. And I have two palettes from them. One of them I got from BoxyCharm, and the other one that I bought from their website, which is I Think I Love You and Golden State of Mind. So I went with the I Think I Love You palette, and I'm just applying no, I don't need any more products, thank you. And I applied Screw It on as a transition shade, and I'm applying I'm applying Rule Breaker on the crease, which is like a black. And I'm just using my treat to kind of blend out the transition and the crease. And what I'm putting on my lids is the color Howdy. And you can't tell by my camera. I need to get a new camera. Well, I need to get a camera. That's my phone. That's not my phone. But you can't tell, but it's very, very shimmery. Howdy. And I wish you could actually see it on camera, because it kind of just looks really matte from looking at it on my screen. And in the middle, I'm adding Rowdy. So we got Howdy and Rowdy, and you could kind of see the shimmer in Rowdy. This palette is very pigmented. And you're just cleaning up the crease with Let's Do It. Yeah, I decided not to just do like a full out cut crease, but kind of like a faux cut crease. And I didn't have a liner from Colourpop, so I'm just using my Maybelline Precise eyeliner, which if you have issues trying to do wing liners or anything like that, I would recommend using the Maybelline Precise, as it's kind of hard to mess it up. And I'm just adding some of the Let's Do It and Rowdy, or no, Let's Do It and Howdy on my bottom lid. And I'll add Rowdy on the inner corners. And the next product that I will be using, well, the next products I'll be using is for lips, and their lip primer is so soft and it has a nice little taste to it. So you gotta make sure that you don't lick it off. But it makes your lips feel really soft, and I would recommend using it with any product. So I'm just doing a quick line with their lip liner in the shade what is this, BFF3. So I added lashes from Decked Out Beauty's Yardy Gal in Kingston. And this is the finished look. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. And once again, stay sweet.